My ring. I love this ring. This ring, it's made by one of our best designers, okay? We've become personal friends over the years. I've known this gentleman for probably 30 years of my life. Wow, I'm old. Older than dirt, as my mom would say, but I'll tell you what, I know a good thing when I see it. J446295 is the floral lace ring, which comes in either rhodium over sterling silver on the left, or it comes in 14 karat gold over sterling silver on the right. I love the right ring, but they're both gorgeous, okay? So it just depends. Do you prefer moonlight or do you prefer sunlight? Which one looks better against your skin? Which one do you tend to gravitate towards, just sort of rotely, not really knowing what looks best on you? Do you know that when you gravitate towards one or the other, it's probably because you do look better in that one or the other color? Many women can wear both, though. So let's dig in and try to help you make a decision here. First of all, let's talk about the character of the design. These were cast solidly. And can you imagine cleaning a ring like this in the production of it? There are many steps in creating a ring, and not the least of which is making a mold of the piece before it's ever cast in metal. And each of those little places where there's negative space where you can see skin coming through, each of those places have to be cleaned very gently using very small tools. And it's all done by hand. This is not something that can be massively done, to make sure that it sits just perfectly on your hand and that it's smooth as silk against your skin. I love the symbolism here. You've got the fragility of life represented in the flowers that are all holding hands, if you will, maybe like a family across the top of the ring. And then, speaking of family, the rope design, which is at the top and the bottom, is symbolic of family and unity and persistence and working together. I don't know. I love it. It reminds me of tatted lace, or it reminds me of beautiful crochet work. I love almost an arts and crafts feel about it, but much more refined. The center diamonds here are gypsy set or flush set, so they're super smooth when you put your hand over the top of it. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to it this summertime, right? Because we're wearing a lot of crochet, boho looks. We're wearing a lot of chiffon and lightweight silks and, fabrics that I don't want to, have an issue with my jewelry. And so this gives you that brilliant cut and single cut diamond proposition that's encased in enough metal so that they're protected. The diamonds are very well protected, but the sparkle's not inhibited at all. It's graceful, it's beautiful. See the clusters of caviar beads? You have three at the top and the bottom of each of the floral designs, and then caviar beads between the petals. He loves me not. He loves me, he loves me not. Hey, it could be a promise ring. It could be a ring between, younger folks, because the price is certainly right at $209.98. Again, it's hard for me to even believe that we're seeing so many inexpensive diamonds here, in a world where everything seems to be going up. And make no mistake about it, I mean, it's impacting the diamond market for sure. I mean, when you talk about tariffs and what's going on in the world today, there's a lot of people that are very worried. There was a lot of buzz about it at the JCK show in Las Vegas, one of the most prolific, one of the largest and most opulent jewelry shows in the world. And, folks were reporting back. I was calling everybody I could think of saying, okay, what are they buzzing about? What are people talking about? What's going on that side of the building? What's going on in couture? And it became very obvious that there is a nod to vintage. People want more of that connection to the past. That's why I think the necklace we had on just a moment ago is so popular. And that's why I think this ring is really connecting with so many of us. Because in order for it to be called an antique design, it would have to be 100 years old or more. This is a vintage look. And I think it is feminine, ultra feminine, but it still has that big presence of a dome style, doesn't it? So texturally, it just shimmers in the light. The diamonds are beautiful, 20 points. So you're looking at a fifth of a carat. And at about, $40, $50 off, that's not bad. Go ahead and give it a whirl. It's what many people would have spent for costume jewelry. To me, it's still $200, which is significant. But when you're sending flowers or you're buying somebody a dress or something like that, wouldn't you much rather give or receive diamond jewelry? I think it's like a reflection back in the mirror. Speaking of which, I wish I saw that face that Blair sees when she's looking into the mirror, right? She always shows off our diamond jewelry so beautifully. We're so lucky to have her. But did you notice that it's knuckle to knuckle? I mean, that ring is not going to be ignored. If you want something very tiny, very dainty, I've got other things for you. But if you want a more showy ring that still manages to really carry a real femininity about it, then that ring is most definitely deserved of your finger. Well, no matter what finger you decide to wear it on. It would be great on an index finger. It'd be fantastic on a middle finger. I wouldn't size it just because when you're spending $209 for a ring, I hate to see you have to spend more to have it sized. I have the same philosophy with, sterling silver jewelry or, other types of metal. I wouldn't do that. I think you want to buy it in the size you need it. And I'll let you know when I think it's worthwhile to have it sized. Like a little bit later when we're looking at those natural yellow diamonds, you just want one of those rings and have it sized. That's not an issue. But with this one, I think you want to get it in the size you need it, especially if you're ordering the gold, because with the gold plating, it would be a hassle to size it. But once you have one in your possession and you slide it on your hand and you see the finishing, you're going to be raving about the designer like I do. I really do believe it's one of our best. I love what I see coming from this workshop, and you get a more direct reach into the vault for this. So by going direct, you cut out all the markup in between us and them. We don't have to pay for brick and mortar stores. You are watching QVC, the QVC2, the younger sister to QVC, and we're just offering some really great things today. This is J446295. I want to thank you so much. Call us at 1-800-500-7500.